Okay, back in action here. Sorry about that. I was kind of preoccupied. Anyway, ah, there is no verification of Mr. Barry Lee Jordan being or scheduled to be going anywhere. I just got off an email actually, not a text. They don't have any clue about that. They haven't heard anything at all. You would probably think they would, but he did say if that happened, it's a good thing. And regarding immigration's interest in somebody's complaint. So, if that happened, it's a good thing. But they have not heard anything at all. Oh, loved your show, Brevis. Drew. No, what you need is a good crack in the fucking mouth, Brevis. That's what you need, Nordy. Somebody apparently did. You had that shiner about a year ago. Is it a year ago? Has it been that long? Boy, does time fly, Drew. No, you're the one that needs a smack in the fucking mouth. Somebody needs to do that in a big way. It'll happen yet. Jerry. Jerry, I don't think that's a likelihood of happening. Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. That's a fact. Oh, I can't stop you from floating around the globe and making it to my town. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome here. I don't own the town. It's a nice place to visit. You may not want to live here, but that's the whole pretext of all this. I don't want anybody else to live here. It's a nice place to visit, but you know, it's not made for certain people. Okay, you wouldn't fit in. You wouldn't fit in. They throw you out. But hey, you're welcome. I don't. I'm not the controller of this town. I can't prevent you from making a visit. You know, I can't do that. I have no power to do that. But come to the great beaches, enjoy yourself. There's some nice resorts here. You might find something you like here. You just have to look around, see what their accommodations are. No, there's no YMCA here, so I know how you're very conservative on money. Forget about diving. There's really no worthwhile diving here. There's really not like big reefs or anything. It's not made. In fact, the water level is pretty low here, and at a certain tide, I mean, you could actually walk out a quarter of a mile at least, and the water's not going to be over your head. So it's not a good place for scuba diving, I could tell you that. Snorkeling, okay. But scuba diving, nah. This just isn't a place for it. That wouldn't work real well. I'm sure people do scuba dive. I mean, I've seen, but I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of reefs around here. Probably been destroyed by all the fishermen. They were throwing dynamite into the water to catch their fish. That's happened historically here. Yes, people, they do that. They destroy the whole ecosystem, marine ecosystem around here, the reefs and what used to be around here anyway. So, unfortunately, that's man putting his hands into nature, destroying what's dear to us, and environmentally, it's never going to stop. Let's face that reality, folks. I feel sorry for children that are being born. They have to be born into a world of uncertainty, considering the ozone layer, considering the climate change, considering the ocean pollution, and so forth and so on. And of course, the carbon imprint that the world is leaving on this planet. Doesn't look like a great future for. And by the way, I did get a couple of donations after all. And someone said I was not going to get any donations. I actually did get a couple of donations. So I don't know what to tell you. And don't stop here, though. Don't stop here. Let's make the naysayers look as stupid as they are. Okay, but getting beyond that, yeah, for what I understand, they have absolutely no knowledge of any potential transfer and the reason for the transfer. I would imagine that they would have firsthand knowledge of this, and it's just going to amount to another bullshit session with our friend Barry and your friend and mine. If his lips are moving, he's lying. Okay, don't have much more to say except until I know this for sure, 100%, I'll let you know. But don't buy the story. Now, is it possible that could have happened? Oh, anything's possible. Anything at all is possible. But probable, not. I think he wore out his welcome over at the detention center. I'm sure of it. They'd like to see him get the fuck out of there as much as he'd like to get out of there. I'll assure you of that. And he might have done some damage to these guards in the process of all this bullshit of being on the phone and da 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 da. You know, the rest of the story on that. So it would be a great thing if it happened, but seriously, I wouldn't bank on it at all. I think basically he's gotten limited phone usage now. Maybe he's, for the first time, telling the truth, where before this new so-called truism here, which, I think is a bunch of bullshit, that he was allowed to order his food on his phone, not somebody else's, not the guards. Maybe they are holding his phone. Maybe that's a possibility. I could see that happening, but otherwise I wouldn't believe a word he says by his own demonstration, his own history. He's done this before, so history has a way of repeating itself. That's all I got for you, folks. I don't buy into this, and I did have the contact one of my attorneys anyway today, and he says he knows nothing about that. He says he knows nothing about that. He said that we would probably know something. He said, give it a day. If any information comes into them, give it a day. Any information that comes in, they'll let me know. But they said they doubt it. They said, don't listen to him. He's done this shit before. They know him so well at this point. Even my attorney's partner is privy to information on Barry. He knows just about everything there is to know about Barry, because he's kind of handled this case with my main lawyer. So he's privy to all the information, the history. He's even listened to Barry's shows on his own accord, came up with his own conclusions about him. And, we all tend to agree on something, So don't get your expectations up as far as Big Catan until we actually know that it's the truth. And it's just a ploy. It's just a ploy. I'll almost guarantee you it. I would actually be totally, totally surprised if they did that. Well, not really. Okay, let me correct that. No, I actually wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they want him out of there, believe me. Whether they got to renovate the place or they're just tired of him being there, or he got them in trouble. He got the guards in trouble. He, not me, he got the guards in trouble. There's a lot of potential things going on here. But as far as being factual, no. I'll believe it when I find out the truth. And you or I don't know the truth, so don't speculate until there's actually any concrete evidence that he got